We're in the Dollar Tree right now, and we just noticed that there's only one skin tone with the baby dolls and the Barbies and the puzzles. On the one hand, it's good that they have representation, but are they just saying that only black people shop here and not white people? What do you guys think?
Now, I don't even understand why she was bothered in the very first place. Hello, welcome back to the channel. I hope you guys are doing well. So in today's episode, I'm going to be reacting on this video that I found on TikTok that has kind of gotten some number of attention from different people. It's about this palm-colored mother who goes to a certain supermarket to buy a doll for her baby, and then she ends up making a statement that why are most dolls in here representing only black people? Let's continue watching the video, and of course I'm gonna come back and react on it. But please, if you are seeing me for the very first time, do consider subscribing on the channel.
I'm beginning to notice a fun new little trend where I see with some white people where they go into a store and they feel unrepresented or misrepresented in any kind of way. And the first thing that they do is literally like make a video about it, complaining or like at the company so that they could see the video. And they actually go about it with such offense, but at the same time, they kind of tread lightly because they know that they're spewing bullshit. One of my favorite example being the Fenty Beauty tinted SPF, right? Which the reason why tinted SPF existed is because the other SPF did not cater to dark skin like mine. That being said, I would put on my SPF and look like Casper the Ghost no matter how much I rubbed it in. It left a white cast. And this is something that black women and darker skinned women have been saying for a long time. Hey, we want to be safe too. We want to wear SPF too. Can you make something that fits our shade? And that girl went to Fenty Beauty and she was like, I can't believe that there's nothing here for me. There's nothing here for me. It's the end of the world. It's not like every other company caters to my skin color. But then there's another one with a woman who goes to Dollar Tree and she sees black baby dolls and black Barbies. And the first thing she does is records them like, what is this? What's going on? And the gag is I frequent Dollar Tree. I love Dollar Tree. So I know that that baby doll comes in several different shades. It's most likely that that Dollar Tree had them out of stock. But literally, she goes in there, sees the dolls, records it, and she's like, I'm not saying like, you know, it's a problem that they have black skin dolls, but like, we need all skin dolls here. And it's like, Rachel, this is not even a problem, babe. Just go to a different Dollar Tree. Or matter of fact, go to any stores that sells dolls and you'll have your color with no problem. This is not a real issue and it's not a cry for help. Oh my goodness, what am I gonna do? They don't have my shade in this specific Dollar Tree. No, it's okay, Rachel. That's fine because they have it everywhere else. There was never a fight or battle for your skin shade to be represented because it is adored and admired by the mass public. Your skin shade is the default, so stop acting like it's not. Adding Dollar Tree, like, I think we should have more skin tones of this doll. Yeah, they do, Rachel. Just go to a different Dollar Tree. Damn.
Notice that there's only one skin tone with the baby dolls and the Barbies.
Okay, and do you know how many times I've seen black people go into a store and they don't have any baby dolls that represent them, or they go into a makeup store and they don't have their foundation range? Black people go through this issue every single day. You have one scenario in which you was at a place where they did not have a white doll or had a doll that represent you and your child. You'll live. This happens to black people every single day. Low-key, this video should have been kept in your draft, if we're being honest with each other, because this video gave very much so passive-aggressive and low-key microaggression. Stop trying to downplay the fact that black people deal with this same issue each and every day. Just because you went through it once, that doesn't mean anything. Because you have privilege in this world, we don't.
We're in the Dollar Tree right now, and we just noticed that there's only one.
Investigate this. I am also at a Dollar Tree, and I'm going to go to multiple Dollar Trees today and see what doll selection they have. And it seems that there are multiple dolls and representation here. I see quite a few different things available. No issue finding white characters. Yeah, And I do see the black dolls that you're talking about. That's store number 1. Here's the next dollar store. This one barely has any doll. There's one doll. Look at their dollar store. They don't even have any. Oh my gosh, look what we found. It's a white baby doll. Gee, and this is a black neighborhood. Oh my gosh, we found another one. Oh my gosh, and another one. But yeah, this is what their toy section looks like in an inner city dollar store. They barely have any toys for sale here. They get a lot of stuffed animals. They don't have all the dolls that you got access to. In fact, they don't have a lot of stuff here. Here we are at the next Dollar Tree. And once again, they have them here. They also have these. Oh, and look, they also have white dolls and black dolls. And again, they have multiracial dolls. They even have an accessory pouch for your generic Barbie doll. Yeah, it seems that they have mini princesses here. Another fashion case for your doll. And look at this. Look at this. It's a bunch of baby dolls. Look at that. A bunch of them. Oh, look at that. They have a lot of baby dolls at this store. So here's the last one I'm going to go to because I'm just stopping at every one I pass. Seems like they have a lot of dolls here.
No, you're Elena, but what's her name?
And they have fashion doll head. And once again, looks like they have dolls of different colors. Also, looks like they have all the princesses here. So this sounds weird to say, but I think you owe the dollar store an apology. It seems that your neighborhood rejected those black dolls. So the explanation is the people around you refused to buy black dolls. They did not want them. And that's why there's so many there. Now I wonder if this video is going to go viral like yours, but it won't because it actually tells the truth.
We're in the Dollar Tree right now, and we just noticed that there's only one.
You'll be alright. Guess what? We was okay. You'll be alright. Trust me. It hurts, don't it?
Barbies with multiple skin tones, so I love the representation. I just think it should go.
You don't have to worry about your daughter not seeing something like herself in dolls because we have always been the default in this country. There's always going to be a white doll on the shelf because of white supremacy and because of racism in the United States of America. What you are forgetting and not acknowledging is American history. The fact that racism still exists. And whether we realize it or not, racism is not the shark in the water, it's the water that we are all swimming in. So by default, we are all going to continue to be affected by racism, white supremacy. It's going to become it's in our programming, it's the norm. And until we realize you're being racist so that you can learn how to do something different and anti-racist, we just keep perpetuating the idea that whiteness has to be the ideal, and it's not supposed to be. You could have just said, I'm so glad that we're seeing so many different types of people being represented. Full stop. But saying but completely negates everything you just finished saying. So even if you were trying to do a good thing, but did you really do a good thing? No. You just showed our racist tendencies as white women. Because it's always been the norm, because it's always been the default, your child's never going to have to worry about growing up with a doll that doesn't look like her. Did I say that right? I hope I said that right. In fact, because we're so prone to passive racism as white people, our kids are already learning racist tendencies before they even go to school, before they interact with anybody else outside of our family. If we don't have a more inclusive amount of friends that are diverse and have different cultures and backgrounds, you're not typically going to see them have a broader worldview beyond what you teach at home as their mother, as their parents. And so it continues to perpetuate on and on and on. It's important to acknowledge that not everybody looks the same. And that has to be okay. That should be okay. And we have to reflect as adults in ourselves to learn, why do I think the things that I believe? In your first video, if you would have just stopped at, I love that they have the representation of so many other people that don't look like me. That's great. Instead, you immediately jumped into the conclusion of, why does it seem like they're saying this? Nobody told you that. You came to that conclusion on your own. And because that's what you decided to post on the internet for the world to see, many people got to come to that same conclusion and continue to perpetuate a stereotype about Black people, which is a historically marginalized community. And that's not right. And that's not okay. Because for so long, they didn't have representation. Also, the us versus them mentality, this either or thinking, is one of many different characteristics of white supremacy. So whether we realize it or not, we are continuing to perpetuate racist tendencies. And the only way we can counteract that is to actively be anti-racist in how we choose to carry ourselves and teach our children. It's important to have that representation. I'm glad you're going to have that representation in your house. But your kid is already going to be, by default, in the majority in this country because she looks like us. So it's even more important to say, this is how we grew up. We grew up believing these stereotypes, and we know that they're not true. That people are people. And if we say these things and we do these things, we make them appear as less than. And that's not okay. That is how you're able to turn this all lives matter mentality into actual equity. Because all lives are supposed to matter, but not all lives have been marginalized. That's why it's so important to be able to say with your whole chest 10 toes down that Black lives matter. That phrase needs to be said because historically speaking, if you've looked in you could look at the last 4 years, but you could look throughout our history. We have made it abundantly clear that our country doesn't believe that. That's why it's so important to say something like that. It's important to say, it's important to give a spotlight to historically marginalized communities and realize the wrong that we have done and that we want to make it better. And that's coming to the place where you say, how do I make it better? How do I do that? We have to listen to those historically marginalized communities and try to come to a place where we can continue to bring equity, collective liberation for all, because the idea is if some people aren't free, then none of us are really truly free. I hope that you're interested in maybe talking about it more here, and that you weren't just rage baiting for views and followers, because that's never a really good look. I would hope that you are genuinely interested in learning to try and do better and understand those folks that are telling you this wasn't it, where they're coming from, and have a better understanding so that we can do better together.
Now, I don't know really what triggered into her brains to even make such a statement, because it sounds to be ironical. It sounds to be like as if she was trying to pass out something that she really didn't want to bring out directly, because her coming out and saying, why is it that all the dolls are melanins? Is this supermarket or is this shop only for Blacks? Was she trying to really bring out some kind of message, or she was sending this message to another group of people? I don't know. And by the way, this video is already deleted because of too much attention it got from different people. My question is, why are you even bothered? Why was she bothered? why was she bothered by these dolls? Because these are the same things that you are instilling into children. Because you as a mature person, you as a parent, if you come out and make such a statement, and if your child finds out, the baby will start saying, you start putting racist ideas and into the child, literally. And at the same time, we have been playing with dolls that are palm colored. We've been playing with palm colored dolls for the longest. So now just because she found other melanin dolls, so it kind of triggered her brains, I don't understand the meaning why she really made this video, but it kind of bring out the hypocrisy and the irony behind it. Let me know what you think about this video, because I personally, it left me confused and really puzzled a little bit. I'm like, what did this lady really try to bring out? So let me know what you think about this video, and we shall meet again.